looking deep down the left side. Mendeville into the end zone. Touchdown!
Down the sideline, still 40, 20 to the house.
And the players streaming from the sideline to celebrate with 17 seconds left. Hey, and welcome everybody to BVarsity Live in the TBC Downtown Studios. I'm Trevor Horn. Zach, well, Chris, go ahead and show. Yeah, no Zach right now. He'll be probably in the third segment days in the middle of doing manager meetings. Chris, you kind of understand what that's about.
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah. All right, so before we forget, Tehachapi baseball team in studio today, headed off to the D2 finals on Monday at Rawhide Ballpark in Visalia. Chris Olofson, the head coach. We've got Cade Temple and Nash Franko, seniors for the Warriors. Congratulations to you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
You guys went on the road twice in the quarterfinals and the semifinals, came away victorious as the 5 seed, and you guys are heading off. Chris, just kind of get this thing started for us. You guys haven't been to the finals since these guys were freshmen. Talk about being able to get back here and what this kind of moment all meant for you guys.
Well, I mean, we've had a big goal to return, and unfortunately last year we fell short. A couple of years ago I wasn't there to see at the end of it. But, again, having 3 returners, 2 of them sitting right next to me, It's huge because they have the experience, they have the hunger, and hopefully we can turn the tables and get it done this year.
One of the guys, Sagan Gainey, who was your ace in the last 2 starts, isn't here with us today. But, Cade, the one thing I asked him on Tuesday after you guys beat Mount Whitney in a fantastic 2-0 win on the road in Visalia was we always talk about mountain baseball, mountain football, all this kind of stuff. You guys get this kind of different look because you guys play up in the hills, unlike any other school your size in the central section. Is that even a thing for you guys, or is it just kind of a moniker? Because it has nothing to do with the style of play or how you guys play or the level of play you're at, right?
Well, yeah, we tend to play our own baseball. We have a tendency to move guys over, not like other teams where they try and hit guys over. We try and use a team. We're a team. I guess it'd be a team. Honestly, I mean, our 1 through 4 guys aren't the big hitters. We move guys around. We hit and run. We do all that kind of stuff, and that's what makes us different from any other team in Bakersfield, I guess.
Nash, for you guys, I mean, you guys kind of don't take this the wrong way. You guys kind of sound like a softball team in the dugout.
Yeah.
You guys are chirping as much as softball teams do. And if anybody knows softball, you guys understand the softball teams, they have their little chants. But you guys are loud and energetic about this. I know that Coach said that was something you guys learned off of the Valley Championship game a few years ago. Is that just something where you guys are all just buddies and just out there having a good time?
Absolutely. We have amazing chemistry on the team. And when we start yelling and screaming and doing our own thing, it's like all of us are a family. And
Get a little bit closer to that mic for us
okay.
next man.
Well, like the intensity rises, and all of us, the chemistry works together, and we all like to have a good time. And when we're having a fun time yelling and screaming and having a good time, we play better. And we get sloppy if we don't.
Chris, I kind of cruised by you guys on the way down 99 on Tuesday. I blew right past you. You know, obviously you got to drive at a speed limit that I don't. How much fun was that drive for you guys? I know it's long. I mean, it's 2 hours to Visalia for you guys. But, I mean, in that moment after, you guys got the 2 big runs, Sagan is lights out for you guys. I mean, he threw what? Was it 79, 82 pitches, something like that?
Yeah, it was right around low 90s. I mean, depends on who's counting, right, they say. But, we're kind of used to that trip. We get a bite to eat. They all take a nap, other than the driver, for the last hour.
Which is you.
Yeah, and we wake up and rested and ready to go and hungry.
Talk about that moment. I mean, you've got 3 guys. It's Cade, Ryan Hansel's also in there, your big 3 in the starting pitching. You want to make sure they're all healthy and ready to go, and you have, you have confidence in all of them.
I do, and I mean that's a great problem to have. I have 3 fresh arms. They all want to pitch. They all want to get involved, but they all know their role as well. So it could change by Tuesday. We'll see how practice goes the next 3 days, and then we'll pick probably Sunday night who's going to be on the bump and go from there.
Cade, we talked about it when you guys beat the Independence at home last month about how Sagan misses the last 2 years because of Tommy John surgery. You were the ace last year.
Yeah.
For you, Did it even waver your thought process, your confidence in yourself when he came back, or was it the three of you knowing that you guys could do a lot of great things, and obviously you have because you're in this moment now with him back this year?
My confidence, it definitely went up because I'm not the one guy that's going to pitch every other game. I mean, him or me, Sagan, and Hansel are, three big pitchers. I mean, last year it was just me and Hansel, and it did build my confidence up a lot. I mean, knowing what one guy is going to come in behind me or I'm going to come in behind him, and I know he's going to throw strikes and go after the batters.
Yep. Nash, for you, what do you know about Rawhide Field? It's a little bit different. Do you take a little aw shucks moment going into Saturday, get that out of the way, and then get ready for the game, or is this just another ball game for you?
Well, since my freshman year, it's always been a dream to win CIF just because we came so close. And then over these years, it's just been working up to that point. So it's kind of like it's that feeling of a normal game, but then it's like, wow, this is the big game that we've always been talking about. So, I mean, I'm not really worried. Yeah. We have the skill and the talent to make it all the way.
There's pros and cons, Chris, to having a one-site-only facility. Softball in their first year, they're going to be at Margie Wright Diamond at Fresno State this year for their championships Friday, starting tomorrow and then ending on Saturday. Independent softball team actually in the D3 championship game, 1 p.m. on Saturday. But for you guys at Rawhide, do you care about that? I mean, do you think it's neat for the kids to be able to have that one site where everybody gets to play in one building? Or, for you guys, you would have to play on the road.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good thing. I mean, that's the reason we made our schedule this way. This year we had 12 road games before we even had a home game, and that was the point was the weather is lousy.
You guys aren't Kern Valley. What's going on here?
Well, not quite, just the other side of the mountain, but that was the whole point, was to get used to the road, and we enjoy playing in big stadiums. And these two boys, as well as Sagan, these guys have played travel ball their whole lives. They've been in that situation in big stadiums before, so it's more to us to a excitement and a thrill to go play in a place like that. So we don't worry about playing our home field. That's fine with that. We can practice there, but we'd rather go play someplace else.
Cade, you guys played Tuesday at Mount Whitney.
Yeah.
In Visalia, a mile and a half from Rawhide, a half a mile away for where BHS was playing at Redwood in the other semifinal game. Such a unique aspect of two teams from Kern Valley playing a semifinals, a half a mile from each other, and Zach got on me. He made fun of me because I tweeted out about this so much. You guys were only a mile and a half away from where you potentially and now are going to be playing on Monday afternoon, Monday evening actually, 8 p.m. Was that unique for you? Did you guys race? Did you guys actually race over and watch the end of that Redwood BHS game?
I just drove by and, I was looking at the score. It was like 7-6, and I was like, this is going to be a close game. I might as well stop by a little bit and watch. But, seeing two teams down from – we're near each other, down to Visalia, it's a good feeling, honestly. We're building up, and people are starting to know where we're coming from.
What did you see out of that game, Chris? What do you know about Redwood?
Well, I caught the last two innings.
Where were you? I didn't see you.
In person. But, I've seen that team a couple times before. So all I wanted to see was anything different, which a few things are.
And you guys played them in March.
Yeah, and I wanted to see BHS too because, you had no idea what's going to happen.
Right.
And I haven't seen them in person myself. Some of my other coaches have. But that was my whole point, just to get the feel and see what's going on, see who my opponent will be. But it was nice to catch the last two.
Yeah. Nash, did you catch the end of that game? What do you know about? What do you remember from Redwood? What are you excited about getting a rematch with them really this time around?
Redwood, they can battle. They can battle with the bats, and they have a good pitcher on the mound. So it was a tough game for us because they in the beginning of the year, they had their troubles, problems like us, and they were both in that preseason kind of mode, and they still look very decent. And we were going through that phase too, and now I'm sure they've gotten a lot better. I know we've gotten a lot better, so it should be a great game.
Chris, can we kind of jump into what we alluded to earlier with Sagan Gainey missing the last 2 years, and then he's come back, and he's been everything you could have expected and hoped he would be, even more. For you as a coach to see this guy come back from an injury that could have been career-threatening and really thrive in his last year in high school. How proud are you and excited for the opportunities that are, ahead of him now?
Well, it's great to see because I've seen some adults go through it in college and minor league baseball, but not a kid in high school.
Right.
So I got to see it up close, personal. Picture of his surgery and how he looked. And I'll be honest, last year I wasn't quite sure. Is this kid ever going to pitch again? And we knew he could still run and hit, but would he ever get on that mound again? And he had a couple bumps in the road this year. But right now, I mean, if we take care of that arm and keep him in a good spot, I mean, he could be able to finish, a great ending to a great book. But again, we don't know for sure yet. But he's put a lot of time in, on and off the field, to get to this point. So let's hope for the best for him and our team.
Okay, we got a couple more minutes for you guys. Kind of just in a few sentences or a minute or so, kind of explain to us what this year has been for you guys.
It's been a journey, honestly. I mean, going up to Fresno, coming back down, going back up to Bakersfield almost every week, honestly, and it's been an adventure. I love my team. I love the coaches, everyone who's gotten me to this point. I mean, it's been fun, and I've honestly enjoyed it.
Nash, for you, I mean, if come 10:30 Monday night, you guys are hosting up that plaque. That makes everything worth it. Have you kind of maybe had that dream or that daydream of what that moment? Have you kind of walked through that in your mind, what that moment would be like?
Honestly, I can't say I have. I'm just waiting for it to happen so it could be the first time I've ever experienced it. I don't want to play it out in my mind to see what it feels like because I want to experience it first time spontaneously.
Right.
So,
Chris, for you, I mean, what thoughts are going through your head with this group, with so many seniors and seasoned vets that you have on this roster?
Well, I mean, it could be a very storybook ending because with 10 seniors, I've watched these kids grow up since they're little leaguers, 7, 8 years old, and we're a homegrown team, and we have a couple guys have came and gone, but I mean, we've been in this spot before, and I don't want to be hosting the silver plaque. I want the gold one, and that's the goal. And we made this goal at the very beginning and said, goal number 1, win that league championship. Number 2, we want a section title as well. So I'm kind of what Nash said, that I don't think about what's going to happen after that game. Let's get there first, and then we'll go with it from there.
Well, that's a guy that understands a moment, too, and how to prepare. I'm going to put you on the spot for just a second. You guys took the 45-minute drive down here. Talk to me about these two young gentlemen and what they mean to you, not only as a coach, but just as a person.
Well, we wouldn't be here without either one of them, that's for sure. I mean, these two have carried us in league in these last couple of games, and I mean, we can always count on these guys to drive in runs. I mean, there's two leaders, probably one, maybe the leader in the county, and Nash is right behind him. For his statistics, they have the numbers, but better than that, though, they're both good young men, been good leaders, and I can count on them. I don't have to worry about them making, bad decisions and doing, dumb things.
They're teenage boys. Of course they're going to make bad decisions every now and then.
They both can be knuckleheads, but can't they all?
Yes.
But, that's kind of what we are.
You weren't.
Well,
Weren't you?
I was too.
Yeah.
We all can be. But you can call us misfits or whatever you want to call us. But these guys play hungry, hard, and they have warrior pride. They do. They grew up here, or at least in Tehachapi, and they've bought into the program and the philosophy. And I'm proud of these two boys as well as the other 15 guys on my team.
Don't worry, guys. I'm going to give you your moment, too. Now go ahead and give us a little tidbit that maybe we don't know about Coach.
Oh, he's hard-headed, I'll tell you that. I mean, he has his moments, but I mean, he's honestly seen me since I've been playing Little League, and he's coached me even back then, and he's been like a second dad to me on the team. And if I ever have anything trouble, I mean, I would go to him because he's like a dad to me, and I honestly love him.
And Nash, for those that don't know, Lars Olofson, your son, is a senior on the team as well. Does he ever treat Lars a little bit different than he treats you guys?
Absolutely not. It's the same for everybody else.
See, that's a make of a good coach. Well, good luck to you guys. Just so we run down it first, on Monday, 4:30 in the Division 5 section championships, Chavez is playing Central Valley Christian out of Visalia. In And then at 8 o'clock, you guys are playing against Redwood in the D2 finals. And on Tuesday in Division 6, Kern Valley, another mountain team, is playing Sierra at a Toll House, another mountain team, in Division 6 championship. That game is at 4 o'clock on Tuesday. So those are our 3 baseball teams in the section championships. Monday and Tuesday, Rawhide Ballpark of Visalia. We've got softball finals Saturday, 1 p.m., Division 3 Independence. They'll be in that game, and they're going to be on with us next. Tehachapi, Chris Olofson, Cade Temple, Nash Franko, thank you guys for joining us. Good luck on Monday. Jeez, there's 4 days. It's so different for me right now because there's 4 different days instead of both being on the same day. So don't mind me. Good luck to you guys. Have fun. Thanks for coming on the show. We'll be right back with Independent Softball.
Appreciate you having us.